mentioned. So,
Yeah.
You know, maybe the lower days you guys can pick the better things work out. But I mean, how do you put in perspective outside expectations versus what you're seeing in here?
Like Coach tells us, I don't think championships are won in September and October. So we're just trying to take it one day at a time, get better. I think practice has been super competitive with the depth we have this year. I think coaches have some tough decisions to make about playing time and different things, but they've been super competitive, and I think we're all just excited to like show what we can do in that first game.
Yeah. If you look at your numbers last year, I mean, I guess numbers-wise they were down, but it looked like your efficiency was better. Tell me a little bit about what kind of went into you making more, being more efficient.
Yeah, I mean, I think last year we all know we had a lot of talent on the team, so I don't know if the same volume of shots is going to be there as the previous years, but I think just when I do get in the post, just being able to be a reliable bucket down there, and then from the three-point line, just being able to knock down shots when I'm wide open and taking the right ones. I think it's a big thing.
Is there anything that was your focus this offseason that you just kind of wanted to?
I think just keeping the game, keeping all the tools sharp, keeping that jumper sharp, and then, like I've told everyone, just my mindset, trying to be more dominant, just trying to be more consistent with that mindset.
And as far as you got some young guys, Minnesota guys, that pipeline kind of going for it. What kind of role do you take with young guys? Especially one thing in that, from the neck of the woods.
Just kind of showing them what it's like to be a Badger. Obviously, we all come here for the same reasons, to win and play. And I had great guys from Minnesota before me, like Brad and Tyler, and Nate Reaver, show me what it was like. So just trying to reciprocate that and show them what it's like to be a Badger. I think it's a big thing.
Is there anything like maybe the talk with maybe you and Norman being on the floor together a little bit? How might that make things different for you this year versus in other years?
I just think the versatility of whether it's Nolan or Xavier or anyone, they can all shoot it. They can guard 3 through 5, 2 through 5, switch a lot of different things. So I think just the versatility and like I said earlier, the depth we have is going to be a big thing for us this year.
A couple of big things for me. One, I thought you majored in finance. Tell me a little bit, like, from a grad, what are you hoping to do with that? What does graduate school look like for you in terms of, because we got to balance that with school too. I mean, with hoops too.
You're talking about personal finance or the graduate program, or both?
Well, I guess let's talk about the graduate program.
Okay.
Like how tell me a little bit about that and what you're doing there and how you balance that with basketball.
It's a sports leadership program that I think I have here, and a lot of the guys before me, like I said, Brad and Tyler, they did it for their 5th year, so they had a lot to say about it. And I think it works well with where I am now in my career, just being a 5th year, being a leader, just learning the sports leadership aspect of that class and bringing it to practice, trying to apply what I learned in the class. It's all online, so that makes my life a little bit easier, not trying to run around for classes. So it's been good though. It's been good so far.
So sports leadership in terms of, I guess when you said that initially, I was thinking like administration,
It's more so like coaching. It's more so on the coaching side. So like you want to be a coach after you're done playing, just learning the coaching side of hoops rather than the player side of it.
Is that something that interests you, or is that just something?
Someday I maybe want to looking to be a coach when my playing days are over.
Steve, one of the biggest things that we've kind of seen different this year than last year.
Yeah.
You and Nolan playing together a little bit. Did you approach Coach Card about that, or how did that kind of come about, and what have you seen so far from that combo?
Like I was telling him, I just think with his skill set, his ability to play the 4 is almost more suiting to the 5. Just his ability to move. He's a great back cutter for how big he is. He can really shoot the rock, defend, block shots, something I want to get better at. So I think we can really complement each other well on both ends of the floor.
Obviously, one of the things that people mentioned then, 2 7-footers trying to guard on the perimeter. How do you kind of go about that then if you got you two on the floor together?
No, like I told you, he's really surprised me with how well he moves for being a 7-footer. I got to give him props for that because he moves a lot better than me. But just his ability to back cut on offense, and then, like I was telling him, he can switch onto a 2-guard and guard him and move his feet, and he's so long he can block the shot. So I don't think that'll be a big deal for him.
When you go through off seasons, you're now a 5th year guy. You've kind of seen, a steady growth How do you find a way to improve, I guess, in the off season with as much as you've done every year?
I think just doing whatever it takes to win, and then just learning from things in the past that haven't worked so well, and then learning from things I've done well, such as like the Big Ten tournament runs, learning from what we did as a team, and then what I did individually well there, and just trying to apply it more consistently.
We've spoken, over the last few years. Big word that you've kind of heard, finishing, right? When you hear that, and obviously the concerns from fans and things like that, how do you kind of embrace it, and what did you maybe do this offseason differently?
You said concerns about what?
Finishing.
Finishing on the hoop?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know there was concerns.
Not from us. You're just saying. I'm just saying.
I think I shot 60+% from the field, so I don't know if that's bad. But if they have concerns, I guess they can worry about it.
Talking about efficiency, though, right? Easily your best year last year. 50% from inside the arc. Nearly, I think it was 45, I believe, from three, or 44 from three. How important was that last year? To try and hit your own ceiling, to get more efficient inside and outside with the touches you got?
I think, like I was telling him, just the volume might have been down, but when I do get the ball, I just want to be effective and efficient, like you were saying. Being a reliable post presence down there is a big thing, and when I'm outside of the arc, just being able to knock them down when I do get those open ones, because I tend to get a lot of wide open ones, so I got to knock them down.
I mean, everyone talks about, you got a lot of new guard talent, right? But it kind of feels like in this specific offense, more guard talent puts more responsibility on you, because you're the kick-out guy. You're the guy who kind of gets the ball out to some of those. Do you kind of view that as more responsibility? And if so, how do you kind of embrace that?
Just I think being an older guy every year, you get a little bit more responsibility, whether it's on the court or off the court, showing these guys how to be a Badger. But I think everyone's done a great job, from our transfers to our freshmen to the guys that are coming back. I think we're really meshing good as a team, and I think as a group, we're kind of responsible for it. Us older guys, I'll say. Me, Max, John, and I think that we've done a great job.
With Nolan maybe at the four, do you think that allows you guys to maybe play a little bit more 5-out, or do you envision maybe you're not as crowded as much in the post where you can kind of work in one-on-ones?
I think it helps him being a shooter, like you said, not being as crowded in the post. They can't really send a guy off him, because it'll be an easy kick out, he'll knock it down. So I think that aspect's going to be great. Just our spacing is going to be great. And I think you can see a little bit of 5-out. Just like I said earlier, with the way he can move too, he moves really well for being that big. And I think it just all goes back to our versatility. I think just even Xavier, being him, Tanji, a lot of these guys they're big, they're versatile, and they can do a lot of different things.
We haven't maybe seen as much of Zay so far. What have you kind of seen from him and you two playing together?
Like I said, him and Nolan are almost the same thing. They can both really do everything. They can guard 2 through 5. They can both shoot it, both defend. They're both great athletes. They've both been great. And I think the depth we have this year is going to be awesome.
One thing, unfortunate over the last few years, the exit obviously last year, not making it the year before. How do you guys kind of get over the hump this year?
Yeah, no, like I was telling him, I think that's one of our goals this year, is to try to make a little bit of a deeper run, because like you said, we've been an early exit. So I think the mental part of the game for all of us is the big thing. Just being more mentally tough. If the team goes on a run, just don't worry about it. Just keep playing. And I think that's something the coaches have been harping on us all summer about. We've seen improvement, so we'll see how that goes.